Mr. Bandit81 here with two, I guess, should say, builds. One of which is from the Star Wars Build Your Own Adventures book. The other build being the same thing, but my own add-on. Going with another pod racer build, somewhat close to this one here, the green racer. Though I haven't quite given what I've put together yet names yet, except for the Freemaker one, I guess. The second, I'll show you here in a moment, but it's not quite set up like these two here are. It does have a connection with a re-release Legos done for Anakin's Pod Racer, sort of, which I'll show you shortly. First one up, with a Stormtrooper piloting, is Pod Racer number 2. Went with the big engine type build for the front, and as before, using the same piece used for the last build in this one. And I got several of these, so I might work up one or two more builds using this piece. So now I've got got two pod racers about the same scale size, just about, and I'm sure you've noticed the pilot for the second one being a Stormtrooper. I still have Rowan Freemaker piloting Pod Racer number 1. I did try to give this second one a different look to it. Possible wing flaps or claw pieces being added to the side here for later add-on, probably, if I decide to change the pilot for someone else. Pilot seat. And the engines. Both being pretty good size ones. And my own little idea or take on the build. And all not bad for my second pod racer build. But while working on this one, I did start on the third. And this is the one I mentioned that I used some information or an idea from the Star Wars Pod Racer for Anakin that was released, using the Technic pieces here to put the motors on, or engines. And yes, there is a Joker face on the front of one of them. figured I'd use, the idea for the Technic pieces on my own pod racer design. Using some bricks to hold it up. Used a car frame or piece right here to build up the pod racer body, and connected the motors to the front, give it the pod racer look. Bit different from the other two, but something to have some fun with. And using the character from the 2018 Star Wars Advent Calendar with the Stormtrooper's head switched out for the original character, making a new rebel pilot. Figured to have this guy set up to pilot this pod racer. Thought I'd try to make this one stand out a little bit different compared to this one here. Little piece for the thrust area. Excuse me. But I thought I'd try to have the back end area done up differently, as well as the front for the pod racer. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a good one. And who knows, I might come up with some more pod racers to add to these here and have a bigger race to take place. Well, until next time, have a good one.